So a very good afternoon everyone. Just confirm audio video is clear. Kindly confirm audio video is clear with everyone. Quickly just confirm audio video is clear, then we'll start. So a very good afternoon everyone. Myself Prateek Mishra and I welcome you all to the YouTube platform of IMS GATE Academy. We are conducting this foundation series for you to have a very strong hold on the basics of every subject. Myself is dealing with environmental engineering and we have seen almost all the topics that can be treated as a basic, and using these basics you can develop those concepts. Today we will going to see one of the key areas, that is solid waste management, from where good quality and very easy questions are asked. We are seeing a lot of questions framed from this very small segment of environmental engineering. If you just take 4 segments of environmental engineering like raw water engineering, wastewater engineering, air pollution and solid waste management. So out of these 4 segments, usually student reads only raw water engineering and wastewater engineering. They don't take care much about air pollution and solid waste management. But I tell you, from last few years, a good number of questions are framed from air pollution and solid waste management. The best part about these 2 topics is syllabus is very less, only very limited syllabus you need to read. And using that limited syllabus, you are capable of solving a very good number of questions in the examination. If you are appearing environmental engineering as a second paper, then also you can have a very good number of questions asked from this area. So today we will going to see all the basics of solid waste management. In this 1 hour, I will try to explain you the framework of solid waste management and how to remember things and what are the important areas that you should focus upon. So that will be my target regarding this foundation course of solid waste management. Before starting this session, my dear students, the group of the Telegram group link is given in the description box. You can join our Telegram group if you want to enjoy the daily quizzes. If you want to have regular job notification updates, we regularly post it in our Telegram group. We also provide all lecture PDFs and YouTube session details in the Telegram group. So you can join the Telegram group. Link is again in the description box. We at IMS GATE Academy, we offer you 4 different types of courses: online program, offline program, hybrid program and the self-learning program, where we provide you more than 800 hours of live teaching with interaction along with doubt solving. We provide you with theory and exercise book, and especially in our exercise book, it contains more than 4,000 practice questions, well versed in level 1, level 2 and level 3, so that a student has a proper idea what is their preparation level. We provide you with the exclusive GATE question bank containing 34 years of GATE question, where we have provided the detailed solution, alternate solution, video solution along with key points in chapter overview. We have tried to cover up each and every question asked in GATE examination, whether it was an assertion reason question, which was not asked nowadays, but earlier it was asked, whether it is a 5-mark question, everything is included in our GATE question bank. Then we provide you with 12 personalized one-to-one mentoring session, and IMS GATE Academy is the only institute in the country to personally take care of all our students. We guide them, we mentor them, and we actually plan their entire preparation journey so that not even a single second is wasted of preparation and they can have a very efficient preparation. We provide you with India's largest test series containing 130 plus tests, starting from the chapter test, subject test, multiple subject test, advanced subject test and the full length mock test along with the video solution. So these are our key features at IMS GATE Academy. With these words, I would like to start my today's session of solid waste management. So first of all, my dear, you understand like this. What do you understand by a solid waste? What do you understand by a solid waste? So any waste which is produced by industrial or domestic activity and which is in a solid form can be classified as a solid waste. As the name itself, solid waste means any waste which is in solid form can be classified as a solid waste. For example, if you take the vegetable waste from the kitchen, it is a type of solid waste. If you take the paper and cardboard waste from the offices, again classified as a solid waste. If you look towards the industry, In the industry, some metal scrapings are there, can be classified as a solid waste. So in industry, especially the pharmaceutical industry, we have a lot of hazardous solid waste, like chemicals we have. So this solid waste, based on their mode of generation, are classified into two types. The solid waste on the basis of mode of generation are classified into two types. First one is known as domestic solid waste. Domestic solid waste, and the same thing is known as municipal solid waste. The other name of domestic solid waste is municipal solid waste. Municipal solid waste. The first type of waste, solid waste, is domestic solid waste or municipal solid waste. Second is your industrial solid waste. Based on the mode of generation, the solid waste is of two types: domestic solid waste and industrial solid waste. Let me talk about this first. So in industrial solid waste, we can have metal scrapings, we can have paper and cardboard waste, we can have like chemicals, nuclear waste, we can have e-waste. What is e-waste? E-waste is the metal, means the chips that you have in your electronic devices. So all the waste which is produced from your electronic devices is classified as e-waste. E-waste. So based on the category of solid waste generated in the industry, industrial solid waste is further categorized into two categories. Industrial solid waste is categorized as hazardous solid waste, hazardous solid waste, and non-hazardous solid waste. Hazardous solid waste and non-hazardous solid waste. The example of hazardous solid waste can be nuclear waste, then you have e-waste. The waste produced by all the electronic devices is e-waste. Then you have pharmaceutical waste, So these are the primary examples of hazardous waste. Nature of hazardous waste is very serious. You cannot dispose these hazardous waste like an open. You cannot just dispose any nuclear waste like an open. It will going to affect the surrounding very severely. Similarly, this e-waste. If you dispose any e-waste over the surface, the silicon and the other chemicals which are present in this e-waste will try to pollute and reduce the fertility of the soil. And sometimes, if the rainwater is coming over this e-waste, this rainwater, when it will going to percolate inside the earth's surface, and while percolation, if it is in contact with the e-waste, again this percolating rainwater can affect the groundwater table. So that's why this e-waste is very hazardous in nature. Separate hazardous waste rules are formed in 2010 separately. Then you have these pharmaceutical waste. So pharmaceutical waste, both type of waste, like medical, the waste which is produced from the medical hospitals or from the industries which are producing these tablets and other things. So that is classified as your pharmaceutical waste. Then you have non-hazardous waste that does not affect the surrounding condition that severely. It can be metal chippings. It can be metal chippings. It can be metal chippings. Then you have like apart from metal chipping, so based on this you can categorize different categories of metal chipping. Copper, steel, iron, all those things can be categorized as hazardous solid waste. So I will just write down one example, metal chipping, that will not going to confuse you. Okay. So industrial waste is of two types, hazardous waste and non-hazardous waste. Hazardous waste are toxic in nature, non-hazardous waste are non-toxic in nature. This is not our area of study. Okay, in BTech level, this is not our area of study. Reason being, every industrial solid waste will be different from the another. Every industrial solid waste needs to be analyzed first, and then you need to provide the treatment accordingly. You cannot have a common treatment for nuclear waste and e-waste or pharmaceutical waste. All these three solid waste will going to have different modes of treatment. So in industrial waste, the mode of treatment depends on the category of solid waste generated. That is why this is not our area of study for now. We will be focusing on this domestic solid waste. The solid waste which is produced in the community. Our area of study will be domestic solid waste. Now understand this. So as the name says, domestic solid waste or municipal solid waste which is produced by the different activities of the community are classified as municipal solid waste. This solid waste is of three types. First one is known as garbage. First one is known as the garbage. Now garbage contains a lot of organic matter, especially the waste which is produced from the kitchen, the waste which is produced from the toilets, contains a lot of organic matter. So garbage is a biodegradable solid waste. So first type of municipal solid waste is garbage, which is a biodegradable solid waste. It is a biodegradable solid waste. Example of biodegradable solid waste can be kitchen waste, it can be paper waste, or it can be a cardboard waste, right? So all those waste which can be biodegraded are classified as garbage. So the first type of municipal solid waste is garbage. The second type of municipal solid waste is rubbish. Rubbish is a non-biodegradable solid waste. Example of rubbish can be tin cans, okay, metal cans that we have in our houses. So those cans are example of your rubbish, which are non-biodegradable in nature. So rubbish is a type of municipal solid waste which is a non-biodegradable solid waste. Non-biodegradable which is a non-biodegradable solid waste, and example is tin cans. The third type of municipal solid waste is known as ash. Okay, nowadays we have these what I should say, for cooking we have this proper gas and all those things. In earlier ages, what we have is we used to use wood, or we used to use charcoal or coal for preparing the food. So that time a lot of ash used to be produced in the community. So ash is the burnt up residue that you have after burning wood or coal. So this is again a non-biodegradable solid waste. So municipal solid waste is of three types. You have garbage, rubbish and ash. And then you have industrial solid waste, which is of two types, hazardous and non-hazardous waste. Okay. So this is the broad classification of solid waste based on the mode of generation. Based on the mode of generation, you have these two major categories of solid waste. So this is first category and this is your second category of solid waste. Then based on this, you have 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Now, first thing in solid waste management comes is the collection of solid waste. So if you understand the entire story of solid waste management, it goes like this. So I'll write like this: solid waste management. So the first thing that comes is the collection of solid waste. Every morning, people used to come to your house to collect your waste. So that is the first part of your solid waste management. So the collection of solid waste can be done in two ways. First one is known as by the use of community bins. So collection of solid waste can be done in two ways. First one is by the use of community bins. And second one is by door-to-door collection system. Now you see, for small areas, still these community bins are used where population is very less. Okay, so what we used to do, this was like a mode of collection that was used like 10-15 years back. So in community bin collection system, what we used to do is, the entire city is divided into different zones. Say this is my city. The entire city is divided into different zones like this. The entire city is divided into different zones like this. Okay. Then for every zone, there used to be a community bin like this. For every zone, there used to be a community bin. Now it depends on the area of the zone. Okay. It is not necessary that only one community bin will be placed. Based on the area of zone, there can be multiple community bins like this. There can be multiple community bins like this. Based on the area of zone, there can be multiple community bins like this. So like this, community bins are placed. Then what we used to do is, people used to dump all their solid waste into the community bins. Now based on the amount of solid waste produced in the zone, these community bins are emptied in every alternate day or every 3 day or weekly once. Based on that, these community bins are emptied. Okay. A huge truck called haulers, Haulers. A huge truck called haulers, right? They carry this empty community bin, they keep it in that area. For example, a hauler will come to this zone, it will keep the empty community bin, will take away this filled community bin, okay, and it will going to dump it in the dumping site. So in this community bin system, it is very clear, very much simple. Entire city is divided into different zones. Based on the area of zone, you will provide different community bins where people used to dump whatever solid waste they are produced. Then these community bins will be emptied either on daily basis or alternate days or 2 days, in every 2 days, every 3 days. This frequency can be decided based on the amount of solid waste this zone is producing. Okay. So this was a simple collection system, but again it was a not so much hygienic collection system. Because reason is, sometimes what happens is these community bins are overfilled. Sometimes the people who are responsible to collect this solid waste will be delayed by some reason, due to which this solid waste will scatter around the community bin and will cause the unsanitary condition. So that is why this system is not that much efficient system, and also it takes a lot of time and an effort to collect the solid waste from different zones. Nowadays, we are doing this door-to-door collection system. Every day in the morning, we have these people coming with the haulers or like small size vehicle where they collect solid waste from every household. That is known as door-to-door collection system, and this type of collection system we are using nowadays. Now I tell you one very interesting thing. This door-to-door collection system was introduced in few cities initially. The reason from where this door-to-door collection system came into play is we have developed one technique which is known as waste to energy plant. So we collect the solid waste from the community, and then burning this solid waste will produce heat. This heat is used to convert water into steam, and this steam is used to produce electricity by rotating the turbine. So initially in some of the cities, like in the city of Chennai, in the city of Surat, in Delhi, then few cities in Madhya Pradesh, they have introduced this solid waste to energy plant, They have introduced this waste to energy plant. Now for running this waste to energy plant, solid waste is required. In order to fulfill the need of the waste to energy plant, this was the most efficient technique of solid waste collection. I would like to tell you one thing, that in the city of Chennai, they are running the solid waste to energy plant very efficiently. Sometimes even situation like this comes ki the amount of solid waste required to run that plants become short. So they import solid waste from the other cities. The same thing happened with the other cities where the solid waste to energy plant is like installed. It's a very efficient method to treat the solid waste, and from that treated solid waste we can produce electricity. So we are converting this solid waste into electricity through waste to energy plant. So this door-to-door collection system was introduced from that point onwards, where we require solid waste to be provided to the waste to energy plant. So in door-to-door collection system, you will see people coming to your household every morning. They collect the solid waste. Now when they collect the solid waste, they segregate the solid waste there itself. Means they will going to collect dry waste in one can. There will be dry waste in one can and wet waste in another can. They will going to segregate here itself. Dry waste in one can, dry waste in one can, and wet waste in another can. So this segregation in door-to-door collection system happens at the point of collection. But in this community bin system, there is nothing like segregation happening at the point of collection. Okay. So the good thing about door-to-door collection system is segregation of solid waste. Segregation of solid waste happens at the point of collection. Okay, this facility means this was not practiced in the community bins. Okay, so once this solid waste is collected from your household, it is not directly dumped into the solid waste disposal site. For some time, it is taken to some intermediate locations which are known as transfer stations. So from your house, the solid waste is collected and it is taken to transfer stations. So after collection of solid waste, next step is they are taken to transfer stations. They are taken to transfer stations. They are taken to transfer stations, right? So basically what are transfer stations? Transfer stations are like an intermediate storage facility from where solid waste is collected from the different areas and it is stored there for some time. It is not directly taken to the disposal site. Reason is it is very uneconomical. So what we have is, if you just analyze this entire thing, for example, this is our city, okay, and for this city, these are the different zones. These are the different zones of the city like this. These are the different zones of the city like this, okay. So what the municipal corporation will do, they will plan transfer stations like this. They will going to plan a transfer station like this. Means they will going to plan a transfer station like this. This is a transfer station. The solid waste from this zone and this zone will be taken to this transfer station. Then you will have a transfer station here like this. So solid waste from this zone and this zone will be taken to this transfer station. Then you have this transfer station. Now this totally depends on the geography of the city, right? It is not like this that I am drawing. It totally depends on the geography of the city, and it also depends where your waste disposal site is. So the entire city is divided into different zones. Then for some of the zones, they will going to club few zones, and they will provide one transfer station for these zones. Okay. Now the solid waste is taken to these transfer station. In these transfer station, what will happen is, whatever solid waste came here, first thing is they will going to clearly segregate out the dry waste and the wet waste. So the first thing that happens in the transfer station is, the first activity that happens here is segregation of the solid waste. Segregation of the solid waste. Segregation of the solid waste. Segregation of the solid waste, right? So the first thing that happens in the transfer station is segregation of the solid waste. After this, they will reduce the volume of this solid waste. Means this entire solid waste is compressed and the volume of this solid waste is reduced, because if the volume is less, it will be easy to carry this solid waste to the disposal site. So the second operation that takes place in the transfer station is reducing the volume, reducing the volume of the solid waste. Reducing the volume of the solid waste, right? Now, before reducing the volume of this solid waste, okay, first thing is you have segregated the solid waste. Second thing that you do is you shred the solid waste into small particles. Reason I will tell you in just short while. So the second thing that you do is you shred the solid waste in small particles. Shredding of solid waste is done. Shredding of solid waste is done. Shredding of solid waste is done. And after shredding, the volume of the solid waste is reduced. Okay, so the solid waste is compressed. Now, why this shredding is done? You observe this. Whatever organic solid waste we have, that organic solid waste will be decomposed. And if the surface area of the solid waste is more, then it is easy for that solid waste to decompose faster. Okay. This shredding actually increases the specific surface area of the solid waste. If you make the size of the particle small, the specific surface area increases. Okay. So this shredding actually helps in proper efficient decomposition of the organic solid waste. Similarly, when you shred the this dry waste like paper waste and cardboard waste, it is very easy to burn these solid waste efficiently in the waste to energy plant. So this dry waste is shredded into small pieces in order to burn them efficiently. So in this like transfer station, the first thing that we do is we segregate the solid waste, second we shred the solid waste, and third one is we reduce the volume of this solid waste. Okay. After this, from the transfer station, the waste is taken to the disposal site. Okay. So it is taken to the disposal site, or wherever treatment is happening of the solid waste, there you take this. So third part of solid waste management is treatment of solid waste. Treatment of solid waste. Treatment of solid waste. So solid waste can be treated by first by sanitary landfill, So proper description of sanitary landfill we will teach in our classroom program. But for you to have an idea, whatever disposal site that you see, the heap of mountains, okay, the heap of solid waste which looks like a mountain, those are your sanitary landfill sites. Okay. So in the outskirts of the city, usually you will find these sanitary landfill sites. So from the transfer station, your waste is taken to the sanitary landfill site if it contains more amount of organic matter. Okay. This is the first mode of treatment. The other mode of treatment is composting. The other mode of treatment is composting. So composting is basically decomposing the organic waste either in the presence of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen. Composting is simple. Composting is decomposing the organic waste either in the presence of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen. So composting is decomposition of organic waste, decomposition of organic waste either in the presence of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen. Or in the absence of oxygen. So composting is a simple technique. It is used to treat the biodegradable waste or the organic waste. In composting, we simply decompose the organic matter either in the presence of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen. So this is your second method of solid waste treatment. The third method of solid waste treatment is known as vermicomposting. Vermicomposting. Now student usually start getting confused between these two words. Okay. Vermicomposting is very simple. What you do is you feed the solid waste to the earthworms. Earthworm will going to eat the solid waste, and whatever excreta earthworm will be taking out, that excreta can be used as a manure in the agricultural fields. So vermicomposting is one of the easiest method of treating organic solid waste. Again, only organic solid waste can be treated using vermicomposting. So in vermicomposting, simply the solid waste is fed to the earthworms. It is served as a food for the earthworms. Earthworm will going to eat it, and then they will going to excrete it out. Whatever excreta that you will get, that can be directly used in the agricultural fields. Okay. So vermicomposting is solid waste is fed to the earthworms. Solid waste is fed to the earthworm. Simple. And rest other things earthworm will take care. Okay. So vermicomposting is this. Next you have incineration. So incineration is basically burning the solid waste in the abundant supply of oxygen. So incineration is burning solid waste. It is burning solid waste in abundant supply of oxygen. Abundant supply of oxygen. This is known as incineration. The next method of treatment is known as pyrolysis. So, pyrolysis is a method of solid waste treatment where the solid waste is burnt in the limited supply of oxygen. Pyrolysis is a mode of treatment where solid waste is burnt in the limited supply of oxygen. Is burnt in the limited supply of oxygen. In the limited supply of oxygen. So these are the different methods of solid waste treatment. Out of them, you can use any one of them based on the type of solid waste. Now comes the very good question that how we decide the type of solid waste. Okay, so for deciding the type of solid waste, you need to do the analysis of the solid waste. So the quality analysis of the solid waste can be done in two types. So the quality analysis of solid waste. Quality analysis of solid waste. Quality analysis of solid waste can be done in two types. First one is known as the proximate analysis. First one is known as the proximate analysis, where you check the moisture content, then you check pH, then you check nitrogen content, carbon content, then you go for energy content. So all these things you go in your proximate analysis, right? Then second one is known as your ultimate analysis. Second one is known as your ultimate analysis. In ultimate analysis, you actually find out the chemical formula of the solid waste, and it is a very, very typical task. It is not an easy task. That's why this portion is not there in your BTech level. This ultimate analysis requires a lot of chemistry and other things. That is why it is not included in the BTech level. So again, I have just told you, proximate analysis is to determine all the physical and chemical parameters, and ultimate analysis is the analysis in which we determine the chemical formula of the solid waste. So in ultimate analysis, chemical formula of the solid waste, chemical formula of the solid waste is determined. Chemical formula of the solid waste is determined in this ultimate analysis. Okay. Now let's see one by one. In solid waste management, how we go for the moisture content. First thing is moisture content. So first thing is moisture content is always expressed in percentage. Moisture content is simply the ratio of weight of water to the total waste of solid waste. To the total waste of solid waste. to the total weight of solid waste, sorry, to the total weight of solid waste. To the total weight of solid waste multiply by 100. This is the moisture content. Moisture content in percentage is equal to weight of water to the total weight of solid waste. In geotechnical engineering, moisture content or water content is different. Water content there we have defined as weight of water to the weight of solids. Here we are defining moisture content or water content as weight of water to the total weight. Okay, that is the difference. So moisture content is weight of water to the total weight multiply by 100. It is always represented in a form of percentage. So you can have this. It is always represented in the form of percentage. It is represented in the form of percentage. Okay, you can try this question. This is the question that you have regarding moisture content. You can go for it. Or first you take up this question. So you have components like you have food, paper, cardboard, garden waste. Then percentage composition is given to you as this is 50%, this is 20%, this is 10%, and again this is 20%. Then individual moisture content in percentage for all these components is also given to you. This is 60, 40, 10 and 5. This is 60, 40, 10 and 5. So this is the solid waste and all its components are given to you. You need to find out what is the moisture content of this solid waste. So whenever such type of question is there, the first thing that you do is you assume let the total weight of the solid waste is equal to 1 kg. Let the total weight of the solid waste be 1 kg. Let the total weight of solid waste be 1 kg. Let the total weight of solid waste be 1 kg, right? So if the total weight of the solid waste is 1 kg, can you tell me what is the weight of only food? So the weight of only food will be 0.5 kgs. So here I will write down weight of components. Weight of components will be. So if total weight is 1 kg, so weight of food will be 0.5 kgs. This is 0.5 kg. Then weight of paper will be 0.2 kg. Weight of paper will be 0.2 kg. Then you have this weight of cardboard. It will be 0.1 kg. So weight of cardboard will be 0.1 kg. And last one, weight of garden waste will be 0.2 kg again. So this will be 0.2 kg. Okay. So this is the weight of all the components. Now what you need to do is, you need to simply multiply this weight of component with this moisture content. multiply this column 3 with column 4. Multiply this column 3 with column 4. Multiply these two things. Multiply these two things. Multiply these two things, right? That will going to give you the weight of water in 0.5 kg of food waste. If you multiply this with this, it will going to give you the weight of water in 0.5 kg of food waste. Similarly, multiplying these two will give you the weight of water in 0.2 kg of paper waste. Multiplying these two will give you the weight of water in like 0.1 kg of cardboard waste. So you need to multiply these two columns, and here I will write down weight of water. Weight of water, and you will get this in kgs. Okay, please take care, this is in percentage, so directly not multiply. Convert this into decimal and then you multiply. So what you will do is you will write down 0.6 into 0.5. So 0.6 into 0.5 will be 0.3. Then you have this 0.4 into 0.2. So this will be 0.08. Then you have 0.1 into 0.1. So this will be 0.01. Then you have 0.05 into 0.2. 0.05 into 0.2. Okay. So these are 3 decimal places. So 10 divided by 3. So this will be 0.01. Okay. So this will going to give you the weight of water in kgs. This is 0.3 kg. This is 0.0008 kgs. 0.01 kg and 0.01 kg. This is the weight of water. Let me also check this calculation is, yeah, correct. Okay. Now you just add all these things. So get the total weight of water. So total weight of water will be 0.2. So this will be 0.1. Then this will be 0.4. So total weight of water or weight of water is 0.4 kgs. This is the weight of water. Now you have the weight of water, you have the total weight of the solid waste as 1 kg. You can calculate the moisture content. So moisture content is equal to, moisture content in percentage is equal to 0.4 divided by 1 into 100. So this will come out as 40%. This is the final answer of your moisture content. So whenever the composition is given to you of the solid waste and the moisture content of individual solid waste component is given to you, first assume the total weight of the solid waste is 1 kg, and then you take the weight of the individual components. After this, you calculate the weight of water, and then after getting the total weight of water, you divide with the total weight of solid waste, that is 1 kg. And multiplying with 100, you will get the moisture content. Okay. So like this, you can go with these type of questions. It's a simple question already asked in your examination. Okay. You can try this question also. You can try this question also. The moisture content of the solid waste collected from the city was found to be 12%. Okay. So MC1 was 12%. Composting technique is used by a waste handling facility of the city to biodegradable solid waste. If the required moisture content for composting technique is 48%, calculate the amount of water to be added in 60 metric ton of solid waste. Initial moisture content is 12%. This moisture content have been increased to 48%. This MC2 should be 48%, right? Now this moisture content increase you need to do on 60 metric ton of the solid waste. So initial weight of the solid or initial weight of the solid waste, initial weight of solid waste, initial weight of solid waste is 60 tons. Okay. Now from here you can calculate the weight of water and the weight of solids that are present in the solid waste. Initially the moisture content is 12%. So you can calculate initial weight of water, initial weight of water, initial weight of water. This is equal to 0.12 into 60. This is equal to 0.12 into 60. So this will come out as 7.2 something. Just check. This will be 7.2. Yeah. So this will be 7.2 tons. This is the initial weight of water, right? Now from here you can calculate the weight of solids in the solid waste. So I will write down weight of solids in the solid waste. So this is equal to 60, that is the total weight, minus 7.2. So this will be how much? So this is 52.8. 52.8 tons. This is the weight of solids. Okay. Now if you increase the moisture content from 12% to 48%, then this weight of solids will not going to change. Okay. So when the moisture content is 48%, you can assume let X be the total weight of the solid waste. Now moisture content have been increased to 48%. Let X be the new weight of solid waste. Let X be the new weight of solid waste. So now you can, from here you can calculate the final weight of water. Final weight of water, that is equal to 48% of X. So this can be written as 0.48X. Okay. Now one equation I can frame, that is the final weight of water plus weight of solids is equal to the final weight of or the new weight of solid waste. So this final weight of water 0.48X plus weight of solids is 52.8 tons. 52.8 tons is equal to the new weight of solid waste, right? So from here you can calculate the value of X, and after calculating the value of X you can calculate the final weight of water. So just do this calculation. This will be how much? This will be 0.52. So 0.52X is equal to 52.8. Just do the calculation quickly. So this will come out around 10 something. So 52.8 divided by 0.52. Okay, this is 101.54. This is 101.54 tons. This is 101.54 tons. So from here you can calculate the final weight of water. So final weight of water is equal to 0.48 times of 101.54. You can do this. 0.48 multiplied by 101.54. This will be 48.74. 48.74 tons, right? So this is your final weight of water. This is your initial weight of water. You can calculate how much amount of water you need to add. So amount of water to be added is equal to amount of water to be added is equal to final weight minus initial weight of water. Final minus initial weight of water. So final weight of water is 48.74. This is 48.74. Initial weight is 7.2. This will going to give you the amount of water you need to add. And this will come out as, let me do it. So this is 48.74 minus 7.2. So this will be 41.54. This will be 41.54 tons. So this much amount of water you need to add in order to increase the moisture content from 12% to 48%. The only catch in this question is the weight of the solids will not going to change even if you add more amount of water. Even if you increase the moisture content, the weight of the solid does not changes. Okay. So these are some of the basic questions that you can expect from solid waste management. And today I have just tried to giving you the overall framework of reading the solid waste management. Certain fillers, certain things are required that you can deal after joining the online classes for us. So this is all that I have to say today. By leaving with these words, I would like to again just make few quick announcements. First thing is the link of the Telegram group is given in the description box. You can join our Telegram group to enjoy the daily quizzes, to have job regular notification updates, and also to have these lecture PDFs of YouTube. Even we also conduct seminars and webinars, and the link of these webinars are provided in the Telegram group. Next, we at IMS Gate Academy, we offer you with 4 different types of courses where we provide 800 hours of live teaching with interaction. We provide you with online program, offline program, self-learning program, and the hybrid program. Then we provide you with theory and exercise book containing more than 4,000 plus practice questions, well versed in level 1, level 2 and level 3. And along with that, we provide you with 12 personalized one-to-one mentoring sessions so that your preparation is oriented and focused and efficient. We provide you with the exclusive GATE question bank containing 34 years of GATE question along with detailed solution, video solution, alternate solution with key points and chapter overview. We provide you with India's largest test series containing 130 plus tests starting from chapter test, subject test, multiple subject test, advanced subject test and the full length mock test with the video solution. If you want to book the free counseling session, the link is given in the description box. Even you can speak to our senior education advisors. The number is here and you can book a free counseling session as well. Okay. So thank you so much from my side. I hope you have enjoyed all the sessions. My sincere request to you is kindly watch all the sessions of the foundation course of environment, and definitely you will enjoy environmental after watching all these videos. When you read this subject in detail, definitely these basic lectures will going to help you. So by these words, I take your leave and I wish you all the best. I see you in the next series. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.